St. Kitts and Nevis Information Service, Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Social Development and Gender Affairs, Azella Clark, shared that the households currently benefiting from the PAP are headed by senior citizens, persons with disabilities, and persons with children under the age of 16 years. The household's monthly income is also less than $3,000 per month. Figures from the Ministry of Social Development and Gender Affairs revealed that $2.68 million were paid to beneficiaries in June. During the period January 2023 to June 2023, the government transferred $15,562,277.66 to assist eligible households. Ms. Clark indicated that there are some eligible applicants who did not complete the registration process. Eligible seniors are being assisted by staff from the Ministry of Aging and Disabilities in this regard.
So we have provided to the Ministry of Aging and Disabilities the full list of pending applications that identify as a senior citizen, and their team has been going out to be able to assess those persons' situation for recommendation for joining. Persons that, for those that have children, have been coming in and self-identifying and having their applications completed. So yes, once your household is in those three priority populations, you can come in and move your pending application to completed and therefore begin processing for PAP.
Households outside of the priority areas that qualify for PAP will be considered in the second cohort of the program to begin receiving cash transfers.
I also want to take this opportunity to let people know, if you are vulnerable and your household is struggling, PAP is not the only public assistance program that the state offers. So it makes no sense to stay waiting for PAP. There are other programs. Visit your community centers where we have satellite offices, or offices located on Victoria Road or upstairs Antioch Baptist in Limekeel, and make outreach and find out what benefits are there for you.
Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Social Development and Gender Affairs, Azella Clark. The government of St. Kitts and Nevis is pursuing several efforts to relieve financial pressures on importers and businesses to encourage economic activity throughout the Federation. In response to the financial challenges that businesses confront, the government has decided to extend the temporary tax rate reductions for businesses, extend the temporary reduction in the excise tax, and reduce the average food freight charges at the 2019 price cap for importers. Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew said these initiatives are part of the government's ongoing economic recovery plan, which will benefit importers, businesses, and households. He said, quote, "The objective is to help to sustain business operations within the Federation, boost employment opportunities, improve the livelihoods of our citizens and residents, and contribute to the overall economic recovery within our beloved Federation as we continue to work toward becoming a sustainable island state," end quote. After careful consideration, it was resolved that the temporary tax cuts of the corporate income tax from 33% to 25% and the unincorporated business tax from 4% to 2%, which were set to expire on June 30th, 2023, will now be extended for an additional 6 months until December 31st, 2023. The government has also extended the temporary reduction in the excise tax that is part of the price increase for unleaded gasoline until December 31st, 2023. The excise tax was cut from $225 per gallon to 95 cents per gallon for a limited time. The government has also agreed to sustain the price cap for importers at the 2019 average food freight prices. A senior official of the Caribbean Airlines said the company is pleased to be offering its service to St. Kitts and Nevis. In an exclusive interview with ZIZ News, head of corporate communications at Caribbean Airlines Limited, Dion Ligor, said the upcoming flights into this federation fall in line with one of the core principles of their Welcome Home campaign, which is expansion of the network.
Caribbean Airlines has a clear mandate for growth, and more than that, to better connect the region, including the Eastern Caribbean. This move and launch into St. Kitts, which will be our newest route, is significant. It's significant in the context of fostering better connections, facilitating business, which brings benefits to the economies of the region.
Expanding on the topic of development of regional economies, Ms. Legore said airlift is a critical component.
In the Caribbean, there are no bridges. So in order for us to connect and to move persons, move commerce, airlift is critical. So the launch of the route to St. Kitts, which will facilitate movement between Trinidad, St. Kitts, Antigua, Barbados, and by extension, the other points in the Caribbean Airlines network, is of tremendous importance.
She said once the new flights are underway, Caribbean Airlines will continue to monitor and analyze its available resources to determine if they shall provide more flights.
No entity has unlimited resources. So within the capacity of our resources, this is we do have a mandate for growth. So within that, we continue or will continue to monitor the operations and look to see where capacity can be increased based on the availability of our resources.
The inaugural flight from Trinidad and Tobago to Antigua and then to St. Kitts is scheduled for the 24th of July. Following this, a new route connecting Barbados and St. Kitts will commence operation on the 29th of July. According to a release from Caribbean Airlines, the St. Kitts Antigua Trinidad flight will operate on Mondays, Tuesdays, and Fridays, while the St. Kitts Barbados flight will operate on Thursdays and Saturdays. The EC dollar remains strong. That's according to Governor of the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, Timothy Antoine, in his reflection of the work of the ECCB and regional developments for the financial year ended 31st March 2023. During the most recent episode of ECCB Connects, the governor highlighted the continued stretch and resilience of the EC dollar as one of the ECCB's key achievements of the 2022-2023 financial year. Governor Anton explained what it means for the EC dollar to have 92% in backing. Another key highlight by the governor was the strong recovery of the ECCU economies. He said that the region-wide post-economic recovery is now well entrenched with a projected growth rate of 5% in 2023. After the break, Prime Minister Drew discusses security measures with U.S. law agencies, and Immigration Department hosts Banquet for 5th anniversary. Stay with us.
I wonder if Auntie will be able to figure out this riddle. Let's see. Auntie, I have a riddle for you.
Let's hear it.
Where can you shop and get cash back in free groceries for a year?
Huh? Where can you shop and get cash back in free groceries for a year?
Come on, Auntie, you should know this.
I really can't think what the answer could be.
It's SL Housewords, duh.
How do you know this?
Because Mom shops there all the time.
Come here, you little nosy prince.
Riddle that cashback. It's that time of the year. Cashback season is here. Get cashback coupons for free groceries with every hire purchase at Hosford's Furniture and Appliances and Ashley Furniture Home Store. Plus, a chance to win free groceries for a year.
50,000?
50,000?
$50,000? Win big with TDC! Win up to $50,000 cash in the TDC Mega Rewards Mega Raffle! To enter, you must be a Mega Rewards member or sign up to TDC Mega Rewards Loyalty Program. Shop at our TDC retail stores or online at shoptdcgroup.com to receive one entry for every $250 spent. Draws take place from July to November. Win $10,000 every month with your entry rolled over so you can win and win even more.
Yes, this is 50.
Terms and conditions apply.
Welcome back. Governor General Her Excellency Dame Marcella Liber GCMGJP and Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew attended the United States Independence celebrations at the U.S. Embassy in Barbados on Friday, 30th June. Prime Minister Drew met with Her Excellency Linda Tagliatella, United States Ambassador to Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean, and several other high-level officials to discuss national and regional security matters. The discussions centered around continued collaboration with the regional security system on matters of national security, including onboarding a vetted team and the continued efforts between the islands to address the porosity of our borders and the recently passed legislation within the United States of America to disrupt firearms trafficking in the Caribbean by interdicting illicit shipment of firearms and ammunition and bringing offenders to justice. Also discussed were available training opportunities in various sectors of national security, such as the Customs and Excise Department, to enhance their abilities and keep operation systems in the department current with those used regionally and internationally. Collaborations with the Caribbean Community CARICOM Implementation Agency for Crime and Security Impacts were also discussed. Prime Minister Drew spoke about his role as the new chairman of the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, OECS. He noted the launch of the Opportunities to Advance and Support Youth for Success project, a partnership between the OECS Commission, USAID, and other government and non-government stakeholders. At the end of discussions, both parties agreed that more collaboration will ensue on both cooperative programs to address social development mandates in St. Kitts and Nevis and the wider Caribbean region. The St. Kitts and Nevis Immigration Department hosted a banquet and awards ceremony for its officers on Thursday evening in celebration of its 5th anniversary as an independent department. On July 1st, 2018, the St. Kitts and Nevis Immigration Department was given full autonomy when it was officially separated from the Royal St. Christopher and Nevis Police Force. While delivering remarks to mark the occasion, Chief Immigration Officer Sheldon Jeffers stated that the department has performed exceptionally well as an independent department in helping to safeguard the nation's borders, both at the air and seaports. Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of National Security, Cecile Hull, brought special greetings on behalf of Prime Minister Honorable Dr. Terence Drew. In her brief remarks, Ms. Hull described the Immigration Department as one of the most important arms of the nation's border protection teams. She also used the occasion to commend the first Chief Immigration Officer since civilianizing the department, Mercelyn Hughes, saying, quote, for her steady leadership of the department over the years as the first holder of the office and as the first woman chief, end quote. The St. Kitts and Nevis Immigration Department currently consists of 56 immigration officers, 42 on St. Kitts and 14 on Nevis. The 5th anniversary banquet was held at the Caribbean Confederation of Credit Unions Kuna Conference Room. Destiny Huggins has been crowned the Charles E. Mills Secondary School Talented Teen 2023-2024 following a night of intense competition. Sponsored by Honorable Sean Richards, Destiny amassed a total of 203.1 points, winning the Best Eagle Pride Ambassadorial Costume Backstage, Best in Eagle Pride Ambassadorial Costume on Stage, Best Formal Teenage Evening Wear Backstage, and Best Formal Evening Wear on Stage segments. The first runner-up position was taken by Divine Morris, who won the Best Performing Talent and Best Conversation segments. Abiquala Gerald, sponsored by NCI, earned the second runner-up position. The other participants of the Sims Talented Teen Pageant were Sabrina French, sponsored by Charles E. Mills Jr., and Rihanna Eddy, sponsored by His Excellency Kenneth Douglas. The Eagle Ipso 2023-2024 Monarch is Lady B. Alia Buchanan. She's followed in the first runner-up position by Mighty J. Edward Williams, and Red Dragon Jr. Rock Smith in the second runner-up position. The other contenders were Majestic Leaf, Khalifa Francis, and Mighty Chronics, Chronique Drew. Coming up in regional news, vigilantes kill at least 264 suspected gang members in